Okay, so now we have all of our files here in Photoshop CC, and you will get all of these source files. They are included in this tutorial, and you can open them by going to File and then click Open, and then just search for the folder where all of these images are in. So the first thing before we go to the editing itself, I want to point out that always use high quality images when you are doing digital art. It's very important, because if you don't use high quality images, then outcome will not look as near realistic as it looks with high quality images. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with this our background is that we're going to go to the crop tool. You can also click C for crop, and I always try to crop the images like, in my opinion, it looks better when it's like higher than wider. So more high than wide. And this also works perfectly on Instagram, so that's one reason why I also crop the image like this. Images which are this wide doesn't really look that good on Instagram, in my opinion. But yeah, you can crop it however you like, but in this image the crop will be like this. So then you can click Enter or click this here, but I'm clicking on Enter. Okay, so this is now a crop, and we want to add the elements here. We have all of our elements here on the top, and the first thing we're going to add is the gate. So I'm going to show you how you can cut it out easily. And now we go to the gate image, and we want to cut this out. So some people prefer this quick selection tool, which is like you can select the outlines like this, but in my opinion this isn't very good. Like, it works on some type of images, but I prefer this pen tool. So how this works is that you get these lines, you just click like this and you get all of these lines, and then you can combine it to the first point, and then you can go click with the right mouse button and then go to make a selection, and then the feather radius, I usually use 1 over here, and then I click OK, and then you have like selection over here. And yeah, that's like basically how pen tool works. But if we want to cut out this image, is like we click the outlines. So the one thing, if you have a curve like this in the image, you can click here, and then when you click to the second part, you just grab it, and you get these like things that you can adjust. And if you spread it here, you can see that this line will actually like go to this outlines like this. And when you have made the curve like this, you can click Alt and then bring this little guy over here back to here, and then you can just make your second line like that. And if you want to undo something, just click Ctrl Z. Okay, so now I'm going to speed up this selecting part a bit and just go around the outlines, and then we get back to this after we have selected this. Okay. Okay, so now we have made the outlines. So as you can see, I didn't make like a perfect job on every little detail, because we can fix that easily. But yeah, and now we do the selection. It's like we click right mouse and then make selection like this. Okay, and if you are wondering how I'm zooming in, I just click Alt and then I scroll the mouse. As you can hear, my scroll is pretty loud, but yeah, don't let that to distract you. But yeah, you could click Ctrl C and then Ctrl V, so you would get like this out. But you can also do it like Control G. So oh, we need to take this lock. If you have this lock on here, it will not be that easy to edit. So just click the lock and then you can click Control G. Oops. Control J, I mean. Yeah, Control J. So that gives you the layer like this. So as you can see, we have now these little white parts here. We need to delete them also. But now we're just going to grab this layer and we're going to move it to the background like this. Okay, and then make it a bit smaller. You could also go to the Kate and then here and duplicate layer and then to the background, and that would also do the job, but I think it's easier to just grab it here. Okay, so now we have our gate over here and we're going to delete these parts. So for this you could use the pen tool. Once again, it's the best one, but to show you other ways to crop things out is this magic wand tool. So if you have a completely white or singular color, you can just click here and then you can click delete. So when you click delete, it will delete the white part. So here the same, and here and here and also here, and then we have little parts here and maybe that one also, and these. So as you can see, we have little white lines here. So I'm going to show you how you can like perfect the selection if you didn't do like perfect job with the pen tool. The pen tool is the best one, but it takes the most time, of course, because you have to click everything like separately. But now we're going to click Control and then we're going to click with mouse here. So that selects the outlines like this. So then we go to Select and Modify, and then we click Contract. And what this does, it's like it contracts the selection by the pixels you put here. So for example, this I want to take a bit out of the white lines here, so I put like 3 pixels, and when we click OK, you can see like it contracted it a bit. So now you can press Ctrl J and it will make a new layer of the selection, and when you click this eye here of the original, you can see the white lines are removed. So then we can click this original and then click delete. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so that's how we have our gate here. And the next thing, we need our boat. And the same thing for this. So the pen tool, for this image it's like you must use pen tool, because it's with a quick selection and try to take the outlines, it doesn't work. So just the pen tool, and the same thing with this. Just go to the outlines, and I will speed up this so we get back to editing after this is done. Okay, so now we have the outlines already, and then we're going to make a selection, and the feather is 1, and OK, and then you can just click Ctrl J again and you get the layer. And then we're going to move this the same way to the background, like this. Okay, so as you can see, these images need some perspective changes. This doesn't look good at all like this. But I'm going to speed up these little parts and then we can get into the perspectives. Okay, so now we have taken our elements here, the basic elements, the boat and the gate. So in the next video I will show how you do the perspectives and how to fit the lighting. So it's important to like blend the images well together, and that is done with multiple tricks that I will show you. Okay, so see you in the next video.